Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. I'll tell you what a beautiful sunshiny day out there, and I'll tell you, we got a guest here today that I'm just so proud to have on with us, and we were talking off camera there a little bit, some of the things, but we have Mr. Greg Holt from Rose Hill War Zone, located up there in Rose Hill. I can't remember the name of the road that is up there.
Rose Hill Road.
Rose Hill Road.
Everything's Rose Hill.
Well, there you go. For the simple-minded ones like me, it's real easy to remember. Rose Hill Road up there. We go by it all the time. A very nice-looking facility. Lots of great things happening over there. But you've been there how long now?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. And I remember when you first started out, it kind of looked kind of different than what it does today. I mean, today it looks almost, I hate to say the word professional, but it looks very nicely done.
Well, we think it's very professional. 2 weeks ago, I was at the International Paintball Extravaganza and talking with fields that are 200 or 300 times our size as far as population area, from California, from Washington State, showing them pictures of our field. They were very impressed with our little field. We're very pleased with what we've done in the last 2 years. This field started out strictly as a field working with foster kids, and a group of foster kids actually helped build the first course.
Wow.
It was a real learning experience to them to learn how to use hand tools and measure and cut wood and excuse me, all the things that you have to do to build a little building.
Well, it certainly looks very nice out there, and I've heard people that have gone out there have really enjoyed themselves. Paintball has been around for a number of years. I remember back in my younger days, I used to go out, they'd pick a field, okay, and we played capture the flag. I don't know if that's what y'all do out there.
We do play capture the flag still.
Okay, and we had pistols. We didn't have these things that we're going to show here in a minute. Anything like this, okay? They were like little green, they didn't even look like guns. I mean, they were just, I don't know, you put the CO2 cartridge in the bottom, and then you loaded a tube of paintballs in it, and it was about that long, and you fired away, and you ran out of ammo, and be sitting there loading up, and all of a sudden somebody went bam, bam, and you know, you got. But it come a long way, technology has.
The technology's come an extremely long way.
And, well, I got one here, you got one over there. We got Carlton over there that we're going to use as a test buddy running across. How fast can you run, Carlton?
I doubt we're going to be testing.
Well, if y'all call in, you want Carlton to get... No, never mind, I wouldn't do that. But,
Charity.
Will you do it for charity?
Do it for charity.
Well, there you go. You got your test buddy.
People got to put some money up, though.
Okay, I got $1 on the table.
Is that all you got for charity?
No, oh, no, did you see how he done that? You see how he just, right there? Well, I'll tell you what, though, we are going to do some things with him after we were talking here. I didn't know, I know they had done a lot of things for charity, and y'all are doing things right now. I want to talk about that in the next segment, but it's pretty big in my heart. My son's in Afghanistan right now, and there's a lot of soldiers over there that need help when they get home, and you know, my heart goes out to y'all for what you're doing, and I appreciate that. We'll talk about that more when we come back after we talk. But let's talk about paintball, okay? What caliber is that ball?
Caliber's 68.
68. So that's
it's about a little bit bigger than a dime, between a dime and a nickel.
Dime and a nickel. Have they gotten bigger or smaller over the years or stayed?
Well, we have paintballs that are the size of airsoft pellets, which is a little bit over an overgrown BB.
Right.
Don't use them very often, but we do have that capability. The 68 is what we use most of the time. Paintball's about like anything else. Somebody comes out with a new size, and everybody thinks that's the greatest, and then we go back to what we've been at.
Right.
We shoot Nelson paint. Nelson paint actually invented paintballs.
Okay.
It was initially invented for the forestry, for marking trees.
Yep, I remember
And
that.
I can see now a bunch of foresters out there marking trees, and then they mark each other, and and they go home, and it's paint all over everything because it's permanent, and it's just evolved from a permanent paint for marking trees into a water-based biodegradable paint.
And I'll tell you, folks, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it does wash out of your clothes. It does wash off your skin. Those little ones, though, those little paintballs, okay? I remember when they first came out, and I played paintball then. And they had automatic machine guns that they put them in. That wasn't fair to the little guy that had the one that sat out there with poop, poop like that, and all of a sudden they jump over the and it hurt.
What we do to try to be fair, we organize our games where we have experienced players, less experienced players, and beginner players. We also, at this time, don't allow any automatic weapons on the field.
Good deal.
Anybody that has an automatic weapon has to keep it in a semi-automatic mode. We are in the process of doing some planning and some totally renovations. Our first course was Dodge City. The foster kids went out, looked on the internet, looked at Dodge City, designed my Dodge City, and we built it.
Wow.
Now we're in the process, we're going to take it down and move it. We're not doing away with Dodge City, we're just going to move it to a place. We found out over the last couple of years, on the 100-degree days, it's not any fun to play paintball in the sun.
No.
And I've got about 100 acres of
I was going to ask you how big
nice
that is.
big pines.
Wow.
Big plantation pines. And we're going to move Dodge City under the plantation pines. And where Dodge City's at, everybody's been wanting a speedball course.
Okay.
So we're going to put in a speedball course. A speedball course requires an open area. It's all done with inflatables, with blow-ups.
Right.
And we're actually going to make it to the competition standards, where as the field grows and we get things down the road, we can actually have some nationally recognized competitions.
Well, paintball has evolved just over the years to going out in somebody's backyard or a field behind their house into real competition. And I even heard one time they were talking about trying to make it an Olympic event years ago. And I don't know where that's at today, but it does require shooting accuracy. It does require, planning and what do you call it?
It's a team sport. It's not an
Yeah.
individual sport. It's a team sport. You have to lay cover fire. You have to shoot, move, and communicate. It's a military-based, very team-oriented sport that requires a lot of activities. Things a lot of people don't know. All your major universities have paintball teams.
See, I knew it was
Auburn
evolving.
has one. The University of Alabama has one. Everybody has a paintball team now.
Wow. And see, that's again, stepping up there to a place I didn't realize. But it's a serious but fun game. I joke around about, it hurt. Yeah, if you don't, it may sting a little bit once in a while when you get. I'll let you do it because I don't want to.
The worst it hurts is about like getting popped with a towel. Okay.
Right.
You do end up with bruises, but the problem with it hurting is you're playing, you're running, your adrenaline's up.
Right.
You're moving. All that going on, you don't really notice it.
Right. Until that night.
And then you find your battle scars. That's what we call the bruises. It's battle scars.
But there's safety gear.
We wear full head helmets. It's required that you have your eyes covered, your total face covered, and your ears covered.
Right.
Okay. We have chest protectors available. Most of the time, chest protectors don't last too long because they're hot. And everybody figures out that it's not as bad as they thought it would be.
I learned over the years that if the looser clothing that you put on, the better off it.
Correct. The best thing is loose, like a loose denim shirt, a loose long sleeve shirt, and loose jeans.
Right.
Okay. We do a lot of birthdays for kids starting as early as 10.
Wow.
Right now, our insurance dictates that we start at 10 and up. By midsummer, we'll change insurance company, and our new insurance companies allow us to start at 7.
Wow.
So,
well, again, it's open to all ages up to age 10.
correct. At this time, it starts at age 10.
Right.
And I think 62 is the oldest we've had play so far.
Wow. Wow. We're gonna have to get some old folks out there. But I ain't there yet. But I want to. I tell you what, I seriously want to come out. I really.
We'd
do.
love for you to come out.
And I don't want to get into a big challenge or anything, but I'd like to have some fun because it brings back the memories. And I've got my wife over there; she can bandage me up the next night. And
we have a lot of husbands and wives that play against each other.
oh, no.
It's a good way to
relieve tension,
relieve
right?
tension, correct.
And I don't need her relieving any more tension than what she already does.
Gives you enough for you, right?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, boy, today's the first day in a long time I haven't had a long sleeve shirt on. But that's how I know about the baggy shirts and the baggy pants, because, but but anyway, it's a family affair that you can get out there, and it's a team event, so you have families with families or against each other, like you're saying. What's the minimum team members and things like that?
Well, it's good to keep the teams even, okay? You need a minimum of 4 people. We have a lot of walk-ons on any weekend. We have the onesies and twosies that come out, and if a group comes out, like if we're having a birthday party, or next weekend we have a youth group coming from Fort Rucker, those groups have the right to say, we're going to play with just our group, or we're going to allow this extra person to play with us. But with 5 fields, we can handle multiple groups at one time. A lot of times what will happen is you'll have a small group of 5 or 6 come out, and another group of 5 or 6 come out, and then they'll end up playing against each other. They never knew each other before they got there. And then you'll have sometimes a group of 5 or 6 that come out play against themselves.
Wow. So you got 5 fields.
We have 5 full fields, correct.
Wow. So you got actually 5 simultaneous.
5 simultaneous games at the same time.
And you can have 10, 20 people on teams? And
a good team is up to about 12.
12
each side. Once you get about 24 on a course, you're pretty much full.
And how do you win or lose?
Well, it's according to what game you're playing.
Oh, okay. Well,
if you're playing capture the flag, it's whoever captures the flag wins. Okay. You can play last man standing. You eliminate everybody. They play a game called Secret Service, where you take one player and make him the president, and then half the teams are Secret Service and half the teams are bad guys, and the Secret Service tries to move the president from point A to point B.
Huh.
We've got more games, and they're always coming up with something new. We'll have a group of people that's played somewhere else, or they came out, or they played it on Xbox or Nintendo or whatever, and we come up with new games continuously.
Well, I'll tell you, I got to come out there. I mean, this stuff is just, I've been looking at the pictures online. You got a website.
Got a website.
What's that?
It's rosehillwarzone.com, or sort of an easy way to get to it is rhwz.net.
Oh, okay.
That'll take you to the same place. And we have a Facebook. It's Rose Hill Warzone. On Facebook, we post tons and tons and tons of pictures.
I've seen that.
We post tons of videos. We have helmet cam. We have gun cams. We try to keep all that stuff posted as quick after the weekends as we can.
Well, I know I've been watching y'all for many months now, and I've been wanting, every time I drive by out there, I'm headed either to Op over there to the back side of, that side of Op, and I drive right down that road, and I'm like, man, I got to stop in there and see what's going on, but I'm always afraid of getting shot. Mm-hmm. So there's Eddie, boom, but I do have immunity when I come there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of parents that come out that don't play with the kids. We give them safety equipment, and we give them these orange road guard vests that they can wear, because all the employees wear bright orange,
okay.
And we put bright orange on anyone else that wants to come out and watch, and they can come out and watch and observe.
Well, we might come out and shoot some video then.
We can do that.
That'll work out well. We're going to talk more about Rose Hill, the involvement of paintball, and show you a couple weapons here. We're going to take a quick break, but now that looks lethal. It really does. I mean, it looks like a something you would find.
It's supposed to be a mock-up of the M16.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
But, man, if somebody pointed that at me, my knees would start shaking pretty bad. But, folks, we're going to be back right after these messages, and we're going to see if Carlton will get up to $2 over there, and see we got. Just take the hit for the team, man.
I can say the same thing to you.
No.
$2? Come on, take the hit, man. You can do better than 2.
All right, folks. We'll be back right after these messages.
Keep it real.
keep God in it. Thank you, folks, for watching. God bless you. We love you. We'll be back with more with Rose Hill Warriors and Greg Holt right after this.